What is good, guys? Welcome back to another brother to brother chat. We got the tea out today. It's cold. It's getting cold out here, and I haven't made a YouTube in almost a week now. But we got this one. Quite frankly, a lot has actually happened since. A lot has happened. A lot of growth, business wise, but then also, new chapters of life opening up. Not going to say too much, but business has been good, and it's really it's really weird because whenever I have a period of like exponential growth, it's almost always followed by a temporary period of depression. And it sounds weird because it's like, Jad, wouldn't you be happy that the business that you sacrificed so much for is growing? And it's like, yeah, definitely, 100%. Um, I'm always happy. I feel like I'm always content. Um, but yeah, I think it's weird because it's more like, whatever comes up must come down, but I refuse to believe that's the case. I think maybe it's a mental thing. Maybe it's I got a hit of the progress and then it's quiet for a few days and I think I'm going backwards. So it's just more of like a mental thing that's going on. I have no clue. But I'll tell you how this all started. It started like, you know, 3, 4 months in debt, $0 to my name, posting content, grinding away, no sales, no clients. Um, you know, I reached out to a few friends and decided to work with them for free. And then from there, produced insane results. And then mutual started to notice the brand and people started reaching out to me. And I got my first few paying clients through that. Right. So after that, again, I think I was negatives in my account, zero in my account for months. And I'll tell you guys, months. Like, I took a gap year from med school with $0 in my account. It was literally an all or nothing situation. So, worked, got our first few paying clients. And I think when that happened, it was like that. Like, you know how people say overnight success and stuff? It genuinely looks like that. Not that I was like, that's like, oh, that's it, I've made it, guys. But it's like success often comes very, very quickly out of nowhere after periods of drought. Like, I feel like that's the reality of progress. I'll probably choose a better word than that. Not progress, but results, right? Progress is always happening, whether you see the results or not. That's kind of like the thought process you got to have. Like, you're not seeing results now, but you're still progressing, right? Like, I used to get bummed out that I didn't see results in my previous business, but I realized that, like, it's still progressing. You're kind of like setting the scene up for the results to come, right? Because if God just puts the results into your life, then you have no way of actually holding that, no way of accepting it. But if you prepare yourself, you're working, you're developing the skills to be able to take on more people, the mindset's growing, then by the time God gives you the result, you can hold it, right? So, alhamdulillah. But so yeah, how it happened, going back to my story, is like within 5 days, I booked 5 calls and got my first 4 clients. Like, just like that, after months, 4 months of nothing, right? So it just really shows how it comes. Right? It's very random. It's very unpredictable. And then after my first, like, and then I got to like then after that there was maybe like a few more that joined. So I was at probably like 6, 7 clients. Um, and then it was just pure quiet, like pure quiet. And I decided to create a new offer, raise prices, and all that. Um, and then, with my premium offer, we like over the last week, we had 3 people sign up for that for a 4 month package with me, which is like huge. Like I was only doing very, very, very low ticket with the paying clients, and now it's more getting higher ticket. So we made we made 6K this week, which is wild. Given that I was at zero 3 months ago. I started coaching 3 months ago, and I made 6K this week. Like God will give you everything you want if you just work for it. And the progress, like I talked about, like my previous kind of like progress boost, like the results. I think it comes like this. It's like you get nothing, 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 but you're working, 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 and then all of a sudden it goes boom, and then it comes back down, and then it goes boom, and then it comes back down. And each time a bit better than the other. So yeah, now it's like I feel like it's a stagnant period again, and I don't know. It's very weird. It's like I kind of hit a period of like realization, identity crisis, whatever you want to call it, after I get a big result. It kind of just like, I don't know, I get really, really hyped within the few days. And then after that, I just, whatever goes up must come down. It's like, I feel like the excess, the excess hype I give myself reciprocates into a low that I experience just after that win. Very weird stuff, but I'm kind of in that at the moment, and I thought I'd shoot this video more of a self-reflection to remind myself of how far I've come. The fact that, you know, there is no reason, like, you should be content, you should be grateful. And I think, like, that's how God works as well. It's like, why would He give you more if what you already have isn't enough for you? Like, why will He bless you with more things? Why will He put more things into your life if whatever you have now you're discontent with? And you're not showing any gratitude to it. You're not treating the things you have now good enough. So why would He give you more stuff? Right? And it's the same thing with like results, growth. You know, everyone gets what they deserve. Everyone gets what they work for. So yeah, I need to remind myself that it is a long journey. I've been only doing this for a few months. Right? So what I have actually, like the heights that I've been able to reach so far is very, very promising. And I need to remind myself that I am here to stay. I am here for the long term. I'm not here for a quick money grab. I'm here to stay and build this out as my entire career. Right? Like I'm in health for the rest of my life. This is what I was born to do. So yeah, like the fact that I'm on that journey, the fact that I'm growing each day, should be fulfilling enough. I think the results, I should be treating them as more of a byproduct or an attribute of getting better, or getting closer to that. Yeah, I think part of me just wants to help more and more people, but also at the same time, I already have people, just if I could focus all my attention on my clients, the boys. And I have like a weird approach as well with the clients that I serve. I think a lot of coaches might disagree with me on this, but it's more like some coaches have like a very professional, like, you know, I'm your mentor, you're my client. But I like to treat my clients as like friends or brothers, if you will, and like building that brotherhood out. Because yeah, I only want to work with people who are like-minded in that sense and want to become the best version of themselves. So I guess my content reflects that, and as a result, I attract people who are on that same frequency, and I love that. Like I love surrounding myself with like-minded people, and I'm growing with my clients each and every day. Like that's something I like to be very transparent with as well. It's that like I see me and my clients as like the same level. Although yes, like I obviously know more than them fitness wise, and I'm coaching them through the process. It's also I get as hyped as they are when they make progress. Like I'm like, let's go, baby! Like I live for that. It's awesome. Yeah, that's something I probably struggle with sometimes is like positioning myself in the authority because I know a lot and I am authority, but also at the same time I want to be like I don't want to seem like I am that guru. I don't want to seem like I'm like, I'm here and you're here. You know what I mean? Everyone is capable of extraordinary things and circumstances change. Like people have different circumstances, different times of growth in their life, different, upbringings and opportunities, but it's possible for everyone, right? And whether someone realizes that at a young age, as privileged as I am at a young age to realize this, or later on, everyone has their own journey. Uh, and I see myself as the same as you. Yeah, I mean, no different. That tea kind of warmed me up. It was pretty cold when I first came out here, but it's feeling pretty good now. So yeah, that's how it's been business wise. Truly, I'm blessed. Honestly, like we're so blessed in our day and age where we can really monetize a passion. That's fucking awesome. Like, and it's the potential is limitless, right? Like my next stage from here is to keep stacking up, um, stacking up experience, and also gain other more like-minded brothers, and build a community with the boys. But literally anything is possible if you put your mind to it, bro. And that's not even an exaggeration. Like nowadays, you can monetize anything. The only thing that actually stops you is your fear, your fears, whatever they may be. Your fear of being judged, or your fear of failure, or your fear of standing out, or your fear of, whatever. I think that's a lot of what stops us. And in reality, it is never as bad as what we anticipate it will be. I struggled heaps to put out content when I first started because I always used to think like, oh, what would this person think? Or, I'm going to have to go to lectures the next day and my whole class is going to look at me because I just posted a video and it's like, I don't know, cringe. Um, yeah, at the time, those feelings felt valid, but in the grand scheme of things, they don't fucking matter. Like, if I didn't do that, I literally wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be here having my own fitness business. I wouldn't. I wouldn't because no one would know who I was, right? So, yeah, I mean, no one still knows who I am, but more of the sense of like, I wouldn't have put myself out there and built that brand or that micro brand with the few followers that I did have to get me my first clients. You know what I mean, right? Um, so, yeah, like, fuck all that. Right? If you want to do it, right? Because you're going to look at yourself a year from that point, that decision, 2 years from that decision, and I don't care what you think in this moment, you will never regret that you took that first step. Never. You'll be so glad you did, bro. Right? Um, whether that be you actually getting the results that you want or you growing as a result of taking action. We only ever grow through action, right? So stop paralyzing yourself with thoughts. Put one foot in front of the other, take action, and you're going to get closer to the person you want to be. So, yeah, I had no clue what I was doing. I was just pressing upload, just recording video, editing it for like, I used to be like 4 hours sitting in my room, editing it on my little iPad, and then pressing upload, it'd flop, it'd get like 10 likes. I'd do that day after day after day after day. Now it's like, still the same, right? But we, I've shifted now. It's more like I'm not really expecting anything. I don't really care. Um, I'm doing it because I like it, and I'm doing it because it helps the few people that do see it. And I know it's only a matter of when I end up building that audience. If God says now's not the right time, then it's not the right time. Just keep doing what I can do, and we leave the outcome. We leave the stresses of actually achieving the outcome to the side because it really doesn't matter. If you are, people say confidence is like, saying you could do it and convincing yourself you could do it, and no matter what happens, you could do it. But I think true self confidence is not having to prove that you can do it. It's like you already know. You don't believe. You don't think you can. You don't believe you can. You know that it's already happened and you're just walking the path, right? That is the most powerful frames you can hold because you are no longer spending energy trying to battle with yourself and the world. You already know your worth. You already know what's going to happen, right? You're just enjoying the ride, right? That's how it should be. Like we are all a guest in this world, right? We're just a visitor. I say, walk through it, enjoying every moment, breathing that fresh air, because we only get a limited time here. So do what you want to do, right? Whatever that goal is, chase it, man. I never wanted to simply just graduate with a piece of paper that said I was a doctor and start working at a hospital. That was not me. I wanted more than that, right? I felt like I had a lot more to offer. So I decided, okay, I'm going to start a business because I want financial freedom. So we did that. Um, Started a business and learned so much from that, taking that first step. Even though that's not what I now do, like the tutoring business I was talking about, that's not what I now run. That taught me so much, right? And that led me taking that and arguably failing, right? Like I don't consider it a failure, but you can say because I'm no longer doing it now and we walked away from it, that that gave me the tools and put me in the position to be doing the next thing now. Like people look at like I want to really do this, but sometimes you have one opportunity in front of you, and what do you have to lose, right? Take it, do it, start that supplement brand, like whatever it may be, bro. I know so many people in uni that have texted me recently and be like, "Hey, Jay, like I'm starting this in uni." Like I love that. I think uni isn't only to study. I think the idea of just being like everyone else, being like a kind of like a follower or a sheep through the system, and then just graduating with a little piece of paper that says you're qualified to do X, Y, Z, it's no longer enough nowadays. You need to do more. You need to become more, right? And it doesn't have to mean run a business, right? That's just an example. But for example, become really, really good at sport, for example, or get in incredible shape, or start that hobby, or build something. Get yourself out there and do the things that you really want to do, right? And start building your name, right? I think a lot of people, they just purely spend university days because they feel really safe, like just purely study, right? But the safe path, the safe path, if you want to be normal, then yeah, go for the safe path. But I'm sure if you're watching this video, you want to defy all odds. You want to be exceptional. So you have to be the exception, right? You got to do things that other people aren't willing or are too scared to do. For me, that was starting a business in med school, right? And still managing to not neglect my health for a second, right? That means everything to me, right? So find your thing, right? Do what scares you. That's at the end of the day, that's everything, right? Because these years, these prime years that you've got right now, are for falling on your face. They are for making a fool of yourself. They are for trying something and fucking it up. They're for that. They're exactly for that. Because if you don't go through that, if you're too scared to go through that, then you won't level up. You won't get the XP, build the character that you're going to look back at when you're 30, 40, 50 and be like, yeah, I'm happy with who I am, right? You have to go through that, right? The view at the top of a mountain is only beautiful because you hiked your way there, right? And the journey up that mountain is going to be a spiral. It's not a straight line, right? You go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. You go into a pit, then you go up. So it's all up and down. Life is the exact same way, right? And you only appreciate the view at the end because you've been through it. So don't be afraid of a little bit of dirt on your hands. Get dirty, bro. Do it. Do the thing, right? It will be messy. It will be chaotic. You'll feel like it's not the right time. If I said, I was this close to saying, oh, I'm in uni right now. It's not really the right time for the tutoring business. I was like, I'd probably wait until maybe later on in uni where I'm more comfortable, then I'll start a business because, I don't see anyone starting a business at my age. I don't see anyone starting a business in uni. I don't see anyone doing all this at where I am. Fuck everyone, right? You are not everyone. I'm so sick of people trying to looking around and be like, no one else is doing this, so I shouldn't. Like, what is this sheep herd mentality that you've got? You want to be different, right? So, what makes you think that you need to be doing the same thing as other people if you want a different result from other people? Wild. Wild. Stop caring about what other people think. Stop caring about what other people do. You are unique in your own way. You decide your fate. Most people are too scared to do anything. You're different, bro. Prove it. You got this. All right. It's getting pretty late and getting pretty cold too. So I'm gonna head back inside. This Chad the Chad with the brother to brother chat. Have a good rest of your day, or have a good night, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.